Right. When's the last time we streamed?
You said what?
When's the last time we streamed?
Shit. I can't even tell.
Oh, it was the last time my computer was this messed up midstream. Yeah, we are live, by the way. Hopefully everybody can hear me, because I have no idea.
What I missed?
Nothing. We're live currently.
Oh,
Yo,
hello,
what's
everybody.
What's going on?
Did you go through the introduction and everything already?
No.
And I literally.
I mean, yeah, it is the end of soul leveling, of course, but you know, we keep going.
Oh man.
As one thing ends, another thing starts.
Depression.
I could have said that. Is Trent coming? Yeah, he's coming.
He's here.
Yeah, I'm not here. Hey, I was about to say, hold on, I'm muted.
No. I just asked if you were coming. I was like, yeah, well, you know, JD's not gonna be here, but you know, everybody else here.
He's having problems.
But got the Rona again.
He got
Read
the
Black
Omicron.
Sun.
Yeah, he got the lure.
You read Black Sun or Ordeal yet, Sarah?
Nope.
Blast through those real quick. That's nothing to you. It'll take you probably like 5 minutes.
Ordeal. Are we doing the Webtoons official?
Yeah.
Yes.
For Black Sun and Ordeal.
Oh, like 28.
It's either Black Sun or Ordeal.
Both fire. Read them both.
I mean
23 chapters. All chapters got music in Ordeal. Let's go.
I mean, it's okay. I didn't actually listen to it. I listened to it once. I was like, I don't know why I don't ever just turn it on. I should turn it on.
Yeah, I think I just kind of tune it out anyway. So.
All right, we're gonna give it another minute, and then we'll get to the introductions, to the announcements, and then we'll just get into it.
Hey, Seraph, medical returns been taking a couple turns. I thought it was ending.
Baby.
What?
Not even caught up on medical return yet. I'm on like chapter 125, 130.
Oh, JD in the chat.
Oh.
He's saying.
Yeah, it's to you. It's not to me. It's
Well,
to you. Not
Did you
to
catch
me.
up to Tower of God yet? While you asking Seraph if he caught up to Black Sun or Ordeal.
First of all, Black Sun Ordeal is again a minuscule task for Seraph to handle, seeing as Seraph has caught up to everything within like hours of us talking about it. Tower of God is ridiculous. Like I'm ridiculous. I'm sorry, it's not happening by next week. There's no way. Unless I watch those videos, there's no way it's happening.
Bro, I swear to God, I read. The only thing I did was sleep, and that's the only time I wasn't reading. Like literally, just like I was delirious by the time. It took me like a week and a half to catch up, and I was doing nothing but reading that series.
Yeah, I read a little bit this week.
Of Ordeal.
What'd you say?
I said I really like the art of Ordeal.
Ordeal. Hey, the artwork is fire. I love it. It's great. It's the best.
Well, attention to detail on like scars or like earrings and whatnot.
Yeah,
I love that shit.
I wish I was.
I love this. Like even the eyelashes, even like it's just the small things.
JD said he rereads Tower of God in a week.
It's impossible.
Yeah, exactly. It's definitely impossible. Like
no, it can be done. I mean, like Arc.
Look, guys, I don't work from home.
Arc. He just consumes, bro. He reads like 300 chapters a day of random things.
Does he work from home?
Anything that's everything.
Yeah, see, if I work from home, I can read more.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
No, he doesn't work from home. He has to go in the office.
Yeah, exactly. Right? Khalil, stop,
but no,
JD. No.
Here's the thing. I also could have been caught up already if my job didn't have Tower of God blocked on like everything. Like I'm on my
Lord because of you.
Like, read it on your phone.
That's how I was reading it on my phone all day, every day.
Like, bro, you can download the Webtoons app on your phone or iPad. You know,
yeah, it's
read
free.
it there.
Yeah, no, I read it on my iPad at the crib or on the computer at the crib, but I can't be doing all of that at work. I've had it on my computer. I can't just be turned around and buried into my phone. Not even looking at nothing else. At least if I'm reading on like the computer at work.
Okay.
Ain't nobody reading Tower of God 3 times. That's just torture.
Yes.
Why are you reading that shit 3 times? I can understand reading one season 3 times.
JD is convinced me that he doesn't like to read good stuff.
Look, Tower of God is greatness most of the time, but there are parts of it that are.
Oh, mind you, I'm calling JD out. JD had a stream last time with I can't remember what dude's name is, but he was slandering Solo. You know what I'm talking about?
But the dude that he does the reactions with, or he does.
Yeah, he was
I think
slandering
his name
Solo.
was like G.
Yeah, one of his buddies, and he reads Hardcore Living Warrior on JD's
I
channel.
think he reads a whole bunch of series technically.
Yeah, he reads a few things.
Yeah, they have.
Nah, he didn't really see
channel
nothing too
together.
bad. He did.
I only
see
really paid attention to
Babs
Hardcore
in there.
Leveling Warrior because I love that series so much.
I have it I'm like subscribed to it. I just never even started reading it.
I read like the first chapter or two. I don't like the art.
Yeah, the art. Yeah, I can't do it. Like that's the first thing that threw me out for Tower of God was the art. I was like, this is booty.
But yet you still managed to get through it too.
All right, yo, we're gonna get
I
started.
tried that so max leveling.
He didn't want to respond.
It's kind of weak.
We got the COVID. Let's see here. Let me change the scene real quick. So let's be on 3. Oh, I did it.
Yay.
I did it. Anyways, what's going on, guys? Hunters Association podcast back again after, a little hiatus, a little break. I am JC, one of the best reacts on YouTube, Seraph, Project Webtoon. How you doing?
Pretty good. We're on hiatus for a while now.
Yeah.
We just finished up, and then Sleepy is doing a bunch of things, so he can't really take the time to do podcasting right now.
Ooh.
So we're just gonna hold off for a little while. He's got a lot of projects going on for himself and whatnot.
Awesome. Is it YouTube projects or is it?
It's real life projects. I think some YouTube projects, and then just a few other things going on for him.
Does he have his own personal channel too?
Yes, sir.
I had no idea. Zero idea. Anyways, let's see here. Let me get it right. Trent Money, Trent Monet, Swole Nerd Dad, Swole Nerd Poppy. They got him.
You know what it is, man. How you guys doing?
It's it's a great day. So let's just be real. Let's be honest with the people. Soul Leveling. It might have fell off just a little bit. So we've been going on hiatus, kind of looking at it. People have been sick. It's just a lot of things have happened. But Soul Leveling has ended. But before we get into Soul Leveling, we're going to talk about a little bit of T-Bait today. We'll probably do that on JD's podcast also. We want to go ahead and get the announcement out the way. Soul Leveling is ending, but we are going to pick up, I'm going to say at least 4 series. Now, as of right now, it could change. Now we're doing Omniscient Reader. We're doing Tower of God. We're doing maybe Ordeal and Black Sun and maybe something else. I don't really know. I'm not really sure, but I know Tower of God and Omniscient Reader are there. But the other 2 are kind of up in the air until we finally nail it down.
Yeah, I agree. I'm pretty sure you're pretty much at the nail on my head. I don't think we missed it.
Khalil saying Ordeal. I love Ordeal. The artwork in Ordeal is top notch. The story is not bad. I will say that Black Sun is very early on in its series. It does have potential though.
Oh yeah, it definitely has potential. I can't remember what the fuck I was gonna say. It was it was about Ordeal. Now, do you think? Because I know there's fast pass chapters, how far ahead is Ordeal in reality versus Webtoon's release?
Ooh,
Let me find out.
Yeah, about to say we can look real quick. Ordeal had. I was reading back when it was on Canvas, said it wasn't the official. Now they're the official. So they're 23 now. Only have 3 fast pass chapters out. It goes like 26. So I mean,
Canvas got another too.
now the Canvas is gone. They erased everything on Canvas. So they were pretty far ahead on Canvas. I wasn't exactly caught up on that one though. They're pretty much about to catch up to where I was back forever ago. But yeah. So I mean, I'm not sure if it's going to be Ordeal and Black Sun or if we're going to add something else. I guess we'll see. It can evolve and form, but just talking about the same series and that one series was kind of taxing, if I do say so myself. Like it's really hard, especially when nothing happens during that chapter. Like how you do a podcast on that one chapter when nothing happens. But at the same time, all right, let's just tear the Band-Aid off. Soul Leveling has ended. It's done. I think Trent might be the only one who is sad to see it go at this moment.
You guys got to give Solo its flowers.
No, we look 100%. Like I'm not gonna trash the series and say it's unreadable because definitely I'm 100%. I would tell anybody to go read Soul Leveling, especially the first season.
So I can ask.
So like Soul Leveling ended. How do you feel about the ending? Did you like it? Did you love it? Did you hate it? How you feeling?
I didn't mind it. It wasn't horrible. It wasn't the greatest, but it definitely could have been worse. I could
have been worse.
What'd you say?
It could have been worse.
Yeah, because we ended up still kind of. At first, I was gonna be pissed at everything. He left with the ruler, left his powers, but from my interpretation of it, correct me if I'm wrong, he ended up saying, "Yeah, I'm keeping this shit, and I'm still staying, living."
Yep, he kept it.
So yeah, no, I think that's dope because I didn't want him to lose it. So I did that. Like at the very least, he still gets a shot to be that nigga, and even if he's not, like he's always gonna be for real that guy. Like you know what I'm saying? Well, what confused me is how old is he really? I'm probably going on my tangent too early, but because he seemed to have morphed age when he came back. Kind of from what at least my translation described it. It was like I figured a beard and everything would scare people or whatever.
Right.
And so yeah, how old is he really? What's going on with all of that? But yeah, I mean, it's a beautiful thing.
The way I interpreted it was, by the way, JD said he does have an Ordeal interview on his channel with I think it's the creator of it. But the way I interpreted it was that he was able to actually, in whatever world he was in, like 20 plus years had passed, but he was able to go back to his child form because in his world only 2 years had passed in the real world where Earth was. So he basically used the form of him being 2 years older, and then came back to Earth because the ruler came and said, "Hey, why are you in this form?" When he came back, so why are you using this form instead of your original? So, I guess my thing was that the fact that, how in the world are you going to, you're going to finish the fight with the Dragon Monarch, and then you're going to, fight everybody. You're going to go back into 10 years. You're going to fight everybody again, but you're not going to show any of it. You just kind of skied past the whole 20 years of him fighting. I mean, not even a flash. I mean, you had the transfiguration, Monarch, he had him by the throat, and you had him and the Dragon Monarch clashing, but you just skipped the 20 years of him fighting. Like, come on, man! Like, what are we doing? You had a choice like to make, and I feel like the author might have been like, okay, I'm tired of this series. Let me go ahead and get over it. Let's move on. And he put all the stuff in there for the imagination of it all, but he never showed it or, talked about it. And I felt like it was kind of weird.
Seraph, still there?
Yeah, I'm just reading.
What you think? He rereading the ordeal?
Yeah.
See,
He said to catch up, so I'm like, all right, cool. I'll just read it real quick. I'm on chapter 3.
I got a question for you, Seraph.
Yes. All right. Let me stop reading. Let me get into this conversation here. I'm sorry.
For like, since the beginning of this podcast, start talking about soul leveling. You have remembered some things, you didn't remember some things, but you have been kind of forcibly been absent from the conversation because you read the light novel and you remember the light novel. How does it feel for Solo to finally be over for you?
It's definitely a roller coaster. Being both a light novel reader and a non-light novel reader, right? Because you see what's there, what's not there, what they did, what they didn't do. It was very nice to see the things that they added from the light novel to be there. Seeing it end in the way it did, I was actually kind of happy. I enjoyed the ending. First off, I really enjoyed it. I liked it. Like, it was nice. It was a wholesome ending. I still don't remember too much from the light novel because I'm a forgetful guy. I read a lot. Shit flies by me like a goddamn speeding car. Okay?
I forget everything, and I get roasted for it every day because I forgot something.
But thing is, like
Khalil Wild in the chat, boy. Khalil Wild in the chat.
Seeing like reading the light novel and then it finally ending as a series and beginning as an anime, pretty interesting because most mangas and whatnot, they start an anime during like it's series, not like when it ends.
Okay, soul leveling.
So it's like a first for me to see like an anime get adapted for like something that's actually done.
Oh yeah, you're right about that.
Like it's done, it's over, and now they're gonna make an anime out of it.
All right, so how y'all feeling about the anime?
Now, how confirmed is that anime?
Like JD's, like he said,
I've read some things about like Studio Mappa doing it and whatnot. I have high hopes for them.
Doing anime like something 2 years ago.
Yeah, Mappa. I wish they would.
If Mappa does it, honestly, like I feel like Ufotable should do it.
Actually, you know what?
There's too many effects in the webtoon.
Boy.
Okay, do y'all want to see an anime from it? Look, I'm gonna tell you right now, don't react to it. Them strikes will be coming.
It's gotta be different.
Obviously.
Yeah, the strikes will be coming, so don't react.
We'll just have a watch party for the first episode when it comes out.
Yes.
There's gotta be another like adaptation. Like it's gotta be a new ending.
Nah, they ain't gonna change the ending. The ending's an ending. Just like they did with what is that?
I do agree with Holly. I wish they did some of the epilogue stories of the side stories for the webtoon as well. Like maybe they'll probably throw in like a extra, like a 0.5 chapters or something.
Look, I think if they adapt the first season of Tower of God, I'm not Tower of God. First season of Tower of God was mid. Anyways,
we can also do it on Twitch too.
That's true. The first season of Soul Leveling was godlike. It was amazing. Like
it's something that like hooked you from like the very beginning. Like literally the first chapter of Solo was just like, I gotta see how this goes.
Well, yeah, I don't think. I mean, I've read webtoons before, like a few of them, just accidentally without knowing what they were. But like, Soul Leveling was the beginning of the webtoon journey. Like, I don't know if even JD was reading webtoons before Soul Leveling.
Definitely reading webtoons before Solo.
I definitely didn't. I didn't know they
I was
were.
reading like Hardcore Leveling Warrior, Dice, a few other ones
Do it
before
on
Solo came
Twitch.
out.
Same.
Yeah, I think I read God. I think I read God of High School first and Tower of God first. But as far as what really got me in the mix, it definitely was Solo Leveling. Like for sure.
All right. Before
If
we.
they gave it the God of High School treatment, man, I'd be so sad.
Oh God, got a high school. This. Damn it. They messed that up bad, didn't they?
They butchered it. They rushed it so hard. It was just ridiculous.
Yeah.
Or
Like we're
live
at episode
action.
12. We're already at Ragnarok. What?
Basically, out of mine. I remember planet level destruction in the first 100 chapters. Really, from like the first 50.
All right, so
Asian Reader's Viewpoint in live action?
no way. Actually, they could do that one.
There's been like Sweet Home was a pretty good live action in my
They could do
opinion.
what live action?
Omniscient Reader's Viewpoint.
Fuck no, live action.
I mean, it wouldn't be that bad. I mean, it's not like there's a whole
They
bunch of
could do
action.
it. It's like it just varies on how well they do like the CGI scenes
As
for
long as
like
Netflix doesn't do it.
the
It'd be terrible. It's too many factors, like just random fucking Napoleon battles popping up and ocean scenes and crap. Nah.
I've
It's
never
also-
heard
it's
of
like called
Watch Together. Yeah.
What'd you say?
This,
No, I'm just reading comments out loud. Sorry.
all right, so before we end the solo thing, give our ratings because, I'm over solo leveling. I can't lie to you guys. That's just
8.
I said before we give our ratings, but sir, JD gave it a 7.5.
See that? I give respect to that.
7.5. I'm definitely gonna give it probably an 8 for myself.
Thank
Since
you.
It wasn't like as much as I towards the end started tapering off. Like it wasn't a bad series. Don't get me wrong. They ended off pretty horribly for me, but I still give it an 8. I'll tell people to read it, of course.
Feel the ending was scuffed.
The ending was a little scuffed.
like the ending bits, not like the ending, but like the ending bits.
What you give it, Trent? What was your final solo rating?
10. No, I'm just joking.
I'm about to say I'm gonna stop this whole stream. Like, no, we're
hold
not
on,
doing
wait a
that.
minute.
No, I probably will be right there with you. I'll probably give it an 8 out of 10. Ugh.
Wow.
I will say JD's is fit. The score is fair. I want to say more because I'm a solo leveling fan in general. But story wise and all that factored in, I'd say JD's score is fair, but I'm going to end with it being an 8. But I really want to say 7.5 is the truth.
I mean, the first season carries it for me. Like, if they would have built off of that, like, okay, all right, here's the one thing I'm going to say, and then I'm leaving solo alone forever unless somebody brings it up in a random chat.
Y'all remember when we did that solo leveling stuff?
Oh yeah, we're supposed to do like a final tier list. By the way, we might do that sometime.
Oh yeah, for all the characters now that we have all of them in play now.
If they would have ever, number one, showed the Korean S rank hunters fight, or if they would have kind of had like Jinwoo kind of spar with one of them, or like during their early beginnings of it to show how strong they were, Soul Level went a lot better. But the whole Jinwoo show and Baru massacring everybody just threw off the whole series for me, honestly. All right, Khalil, see you, bro.
Have a good night, Khalil. Don't let the pasta burn.
But pasta burn.
Yeah, Michael said BRB pasta.
No. See, Christian, the tier list is not just who is the strongest. It's not a strength tier list, like, because Jinwoo is the top of
Yeah, he's the top tier of top tier. We're just like having a overall character team.
Yeah, just character.
Yeah.
The way I do this tier list is whatever you can justify, putting a character on A, B, C. It doesn't matter if it's their strength, their personality, if you just like the way they look, whatever the case may be. Just
For example, Christian, I don't know if you watch Hunter x Hunter before, but Melody is an S tier character for me with her.
Yeah, she's the hero, the one who has the hearing abilities and was cursed.
Yeah, and she basically is weak as fuck, but like she's still a dope
She's still a
character.
go because she was keeping Kurapika in check. She was helping out Gon and Killua,
was that
Leorio.
the one that was like a mole?
She was the one that looked like a mole.
Okay,
Yeah, like the little blue lady or whatever.
Yeah.
She is S tier. She is definitely GOAT.
Exactly, she goated. Yeah,
Melody is definitely GOAT.
I can't remember her name, but yeah, definitely like a mole though. I remember that much.
Yeah. Also, my goat, Maze Hughes, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. Goat.
Man, Hughes is a god. He ain't no GOAT.
Yeah. Oh
Thanks.
yeah, 100%. What? That's
Hughes is a god. He ain't no
love that.
GOAT.
Exactly. That doesn't have to be strength. It just has. I mean, anything. You don't watch or read Hunter.
Onchi Fashi is so fucking awesome. I love it.
Kristen, I'm as much as you read and like how you not. Hunter x Hunter is literally the series that almost everybody has watched or heard about or read or whatever. Like, come on now.
Christian, take it from somebody who I hated on Hunter x Hunter for a long time. That shit is fire.
It's very good.
I didn't read it, but I did watch
I've
it.
rewatched Hunter x Hunter at least 6 times.
Yeah, I've rewatched it a few times, honestly, myself. This kind of picked and choose what I wanted to watch. But
I fuck with Hunter x Hunter.
Okay, let's just, I don't know, like, I guess we'll maybe do like a kind of maybe like a deep dive. I don't know. But the beginning after the end is back. I was definitely excited. We got a lot of information. JD is, of course, he is sick, and that is usually his thing. We're doing his podcast, so, we'll do a recap on there also. But I mean, how y'all feeling after the T-Bait reveals?
The return of T-Bait. Oof, it's been like 3 months.
That's not as long as it's been before. Apparently, it's been longer. I didn't know.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's been a lot longer.
Yeah, I actually thought, I don't know if you saw my stuff, but I had to put a little note in the beginning because I thought that the chapter was over after the conversation between Wisdom and Art, because that felt like it took a little bit of time. I was like, I don't know, I can't say, I guess you can kind of say overwhelmed when it comes to the new houses and shit, or the new shit we were learning about the other kingdoms or whatever, or the other continents.
What they call those things?
Yeah, I can't remember.
Guilds. I can't remember what they call those. I have to actually look it up.
Yeah, but I'm like, okay, we getting a lot of shit. I thought we were going to kind of get eased into it. But the second half of the chapter is what I really enjoyed. What about you guys?
The second half?
Definitely a lot of exposition of what's going on. I feel like the whole chapter was just exposition.
The second half? What you mean?
Seeing the Ashuras, learning about the Ashuras, learning about the Vitra clan, Vitra.
They call them factions.
No, we got back to like the homies at the school.
No, you like that better than what you learned before?
Kind of, yeah. I'm not gonna lie.
Why is that? I am surprised to hear this. Why?
Because it wasn't. To me, it just was more questions, because that makes me go back and be like, okay, because really, we get an exposition and detail on a whole bunch of people we don't know about. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. So technically, we've seen them before.
Not all of them, right?
Okay. Okay. let's just kind of go back a little bit. So the Ashuras are the quote unquote gods of this world, and I was kind of thinking about it like they're the gods of this world because they deem themselves so, and they're stronger than the humans, right? So you remember back when Arthur was a kid, he first met Sylvia, and she was in that kind of dark form, that dark humanoid form. And then we saw the Lance Aaliyah fight that guy who could like make those spikes out of nowhere. And he was the same kind of darkish form. I think they're basically the same thing. Like Aaliyah basically fought one of those quote unquote gods from basically back when we saw them the first time. Right, so I think we technically seen them before, and the guy that Arthur was talking to was saying, "Hey, you have ran into those kind before. Have you seen them before?" And I think he was talking about way back when he first met Sylvia.
Right, but that wasn't the. But they explained more than one like guild thing.
Oh yeah, they're talking about the factions. So there are, hold on. So there are 3 different, well, what it said it was. Let's see. Let's erase this.
It was just too much to be brought to bring forth and
You think
in a
so?
season chapter, because especially now that I don't know, especially off of something where we're catching a break from, because that just requires you to, which it's. I guess it's not necessarily absurd to be like, hey, we have to go back and kind of do a refresher, but
Right.
at the same time, imply at the same time, kind of incorporate that refresher if need be. But even then, I still feel like having even what you said, the like putting one part to it still does make sense, but I still feel like, okay, that was a lot of information. I still don't necessarily know.
It was. So like I went back and read it, and now I'm literally go back and read it again, because so basically what they're trying to do is there is a war coming, right? So they're trying to basically establish why there's a war coming, why the other continent is basically fighting against Decathan. They're giving you a whole bunch of information. So apparently there are 3 factions that are part of the god, the Ashura continent. And then they have a whole bunch of clans within those factions. And so one faction was experimenting on was it Alacria, where Good Sky is technically from. And so that's why there has a little blood magic and all that kind of stuff that we call blood magic. And now they're fighting against Decathan for whatever reason. I'm not really sure why they started a war. That doesn't really make any sense to me. I'm not really sure what that's about, but they're trying to give exposition and explanation to why there's a war coming. And it was like, I kind of felt like it was a lot of information for the returning chapter. Like, you've been, this is a new season, and he gave us all this information. And you're like, hold on. There are gods, there are more continents, like there are factions, there are clans.
Right.
Yeah, there was so much. You're like, hold on, like what in the world just happened? And now after all of that is happening, there's like race wars going on with the school also, and everybody thinks Arthur's dead, and like there's so many things happen in this chapter. I can't complain when they give us the information. Like, do you remember when we were like asking Solo to give us information and backstory? Well, was it during the flashback that we got with the Shadow Monarch? You remember that? Like, I'd rather get more information that we could handle, that we could reread and figure out, than no information at all, I guess.
Yeah, no, I feel you. That's why I was kind of almost trying to differentiate it, just because Solo already had created the questions that we needed answers to. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I felt like T-Bay gave us answers that we hadn't had the questions to yet. You know what I mean?
You're right.
And so, yeah, that's the only difference, I feel like.
Okay, so for the answer what Christian's saying in the chat, say there are a lot of factions, not just 3. So according to the webtoon, it says Ephesus was once divided into 3 factions, made of multiple clans of different races. So that's where I'm getting the 3 from. Maybe it was once, and maybe it is a whole bunch of factions now. But I mean, I'm just reading what it says here. There's so much going on. I don't know what's going to happen with the elixir orbs that that Tessia got, plus Arthur has one now. There's also the thing.
Pearl.
Yeah, elixir pearl. Apparently, Sylvie is way weaker than she's supposed to be. Apparently, there's going to be a training arc for Arthur and Sylvie.
How do you guys feel about that?
The training? Well, how you feel about it, Seraph?
Training arc, bro? I'm always down for training arcs.
Of course.
Bro, like...
I don't think it's going to do any good, though.
Instead of doing like a time skip, I really like to read or watch like what the main character is doing for training arcs, because then it gives us a little bit more exposition on magical powers and how you can control it even better than what he is already doing now.
Right.
He's being trained by a fucking deity. That's the MC plot armor right there, bro.
I don't think it's gonna do any good, honestly. As strong as Arthur might get during this training arc, like, you're talking about 2 continents fighting. So the Alakria, the other continent, has been getting experiments put on them. They have been, they seem to be having the help of the quote unquote Asuras or the gods on their side, or at least a faction or a section of those gods. So I feel like they're not going to win this war, honestly. Like, Arthur might be strong as hell and Sylvie might be strong, but like, what about everybody else? Yeah. Like, if you're looking at just
even like the white core mages in general, just
she got destroyed.
She got, like, even though she's like the weakest
she got
6 lances, right?
Destroyed. Yes, exactly.
She's still like supposed to be like one of the strongest people in the kingdom.
And how many lances are there? Like
6.
6? That's what I'm saying. Like, your 6 strongest.
And you have no idea how many of those guys that like came up and fought her. I'm guessing that's a Vritra clan.
Yeah.
Guy. You have no idea how many of those motherfuckers there are.
Well, I mean,
like, they can literally have like 50 of them motherfuckers.
I mean, we have to assume if they're the Asuras or the gods, then their cores are stronger than white. I mean, like the guy Arthur was talking to was saying that their strength is an anomaly even within, their culture. So they're strong as hell anyway. So I don't see how Arthur and them going to win this just with Arthur and Sylvie getting stronger.
Need to make guns.
They need to make guns.
Arthur just need to make guns, bro. I'm telling you.
I don't know if that's gonna work, honestly. Oh, okay.
Did he have guns? I can't remember.
Arthur in his world, like before he got reincarnated in Arthur when he was King Grey, they had guns.
When they literally, like, at the very beginning had like a police car.
Yeah. They had hub flying cars and shit.
I thought he also had a sword, or am I tripping?
They had a sword too, yeah.
I mean, so how do you feel about the training arc, Trent?
We'll see how
coming.
I thought he agreed. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. I feel like that's all he's been doing is training, and teaching.
You don't feel like this trainee is a little bit different now that it's come to the point of, this is a war going to happen? in I
Yeah,
guess
probably
a few
for sure.
years maybe.
Like a deity, but he might need it for sure. I'm not saying it's not going to be useful. Clearly, Sylvia needs it. Sylvia needs it.
All right, let's just put it on it now. Do you think that the continent of Decathlon is gonna win this war against the Alacria? I think that's what they're called. Or
Yes,
is it gonna win?
they have to. They got art.
I mean, as we learned,
You got a fucking dragon, bro.
I mean, as we learned before, art is not that strong compared to them. Like my boy saw what happened to Aaliyah and threw up.
Yeah, I think we still have a lot of dominoes that have to fall before we're even faced to the. Because I feel like what do you guys think? Is the war not end of series basically?
I don't think so.
Feel like it would be like that's like the last arc would be the war.
Right.
Because right now we still in school,
Well, the war is
and
supposed
these
to
guys
happen
are saying that something bad happens in school.
Yeah, right now most people don't even know what's going on. He doesn't even 100% know what's going on. I did kind of feel like he may have he signed up to help them without 100% knowing what he was signing up for. I feel like it's going to end up biting him in the butt, saying that he was down for the cause. Because I don't know if he truly. I don't know if they have a true stake in maybe what happens to his people with them being deities. You know.
Well, yeah, he didn't have a choice because his country was going to war, his family's there, and they were threatening to take Sylvie away from him, so he didn't have a choice too much of getting involved. But I think like that the war is not it. I think that's definitely something that's going to happen pretty soon. It's supposed to happen within I think 1 to 2 years or something. So, I mean, I'm definitely 100% saying about to lose this war. I'm going to say the country of Decathlon is not ready for this war. I think they're way behind when it comes to the magic and, understanding what they're doing.
Yeah, no, most definitely. I 100% agree.
And from what I've been told, this season is when like T-Bait gets into the more adult themed of like, okay, fighting, war, people dying type situations than it has been before. So that's what I'm waiting on. So Trent, if you haven't, you might want to start like reacting to it the day of, like, because it's supposed to get pretty hype after this point.
Plan on getting in on Fridays. It's Fridays, right?
Yep, it is on Fridays. So I'm just waiting on it. I don't really know what's like supposed to be happening, but they still talking about it in the T-Bait, the light novel. So the light novel's still going. So it is what it is. So, hopefully, JD feels better next week and he can get back on his T-Bait grind with the podcast. We will I'm just going to say it. Maybe a week, maybe 2 weeks, probably 2 weeks, especially for Trent. We'll get into the 3. You better get a YouTube video, YouTube videos of the recaps, because actually, no. I mean, you know what? You'll catch up. I don't know. Just stay tuned, guys, because we're gonna definitely.
I am not catching up in a week. I can promise you that.
Yeah, not a week. It is no way.
I don't even know if it's worth catching up.
It really. Oh my God! Look, there are a few things. Like forget slime. So slime is cool. Like, but look, the things that Bam does, and the type of the scenes that happen, the people that he fights, the powers that he has, it gets crazy in Tower of God. Like, it's a grind to get there, but when you get there, you're like, it's crazy. That's all I gotta say about that.
We'll reread through all of One Piece before I can finish the arc.
Hold on. Manga chapters are definitely a lot shorter The
Yeah,
webtoon
that's
chapters.
on the phone. It's a lot easier to do.
It definitely is. Like I could reread One Piece fight. Got back to Tower. I would never reread Tower God. Never. I could lose my memory and be like, nah, I'm done. I'm not. I'm just give up on the series.
You're gonna read the very latest chapter.
Yeah,
God,
and
and
it's
be like, all right, that's what we're talking.
exactly. How long we been going?
I don't know. Check.
45 minutes. That's good enough for me. That's good enough for me. Facts. I'm just like I think I read everything.
Yeah.
Come on, Holly, go ahead and read it. Oh yeah, Holly. I think you already know we're doing Orv, right? So yeah, Orv will
Get
start.
excited for that. Also, I'm just gonna announce it. I won't be here next week. Next week's my birthday. Next Wednesday.
Damn, when I start next week, then it looks like who knows?
Next Wednesday is my birthday.
All right, hold up. When's your
I'm gonna
stream
be doing
start?
a 24-hour stream. So if y'all want to stop by you every so often,
Stream
that'd be
starts
appreciated.
on what time?
I'm just gonna go try my best to be up by 10 and start at noon.
How did you get up for 10
Hope
o'clock,
you take
sir?
a couple days off because you're gonna need some rest.
Well, I took a week off, so I got
Oh,
the 12th off to the 19th off.
well, you good then. Seraph
Yep.
will be streaming.
Thank you, Holly. Thank you. Much appreciated.
Seraph will be streaming on that Wednesday. So I'm not sure what we're doing on the podcast. If JD will be back or whatever.
Okay, I'll just live stream it on Twitch too. We'll just keep it rolling.
He will be streaming. So go watch Seraph. For everybody here, guys, like I said, maybe not. But we will be doing multiple series. And I will see you guys later. Subscribe to all the channels. The links are in the description. We will see you guys next time. Peace.
Yes.
Trent, you haven't played video games lately. Makes me sad.